Yeah. Oh yeah. We're gonna do the we were gonna do the rankings when he gets back. I'm sorry, Leon.
Right. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there are a lot of different kinds of color blindness. Actually, the most common one has to do with, I think, your green, the cell that is responsible for green, just not being as good as your other ones.
What are we talking about?
I was explaining color blindness and how your eye sees colors.
No one cares.
I think a lot of people care, Alan. I think you'll find that if you ask Twitch chat,
Sir.
I think you will find. Yeah. Anyway, I'll table that for another time. But Alan's here, and as I promised earlier, we have the new Spring 2015 NorCal Power Rankings coming out. And
I know everybody wants to know who's on it.
we put a lot of work into this shit.
We really did.
We did.
Yeah, you got to turn me down, Spencer. Sorry, I'm a little loud.
We all had to get on a Skype call, like put together all this information, which was like,
That's
2
actually
hours. That's the most annoying part.
That's why we need GAR PR.
Yeah, seriously.
Come back.
Like 2 hours each filling out this thing, and then like a 3-hour Skype chat, and then like another whole day and a half of being on Facebook chat just whenever responding to everybody's shit. So I hope you fuckers are happy with this.
Yeah.
All right, anyway, anything you want to say about it before we get started?
Yeah, we actually will not be reading it until we get a subscriber.
That's right, that's correct.
So,
Spencer does some amazing work here, not just here at the Foundry on Tuesdays when you guys come from Melee.
did Falcon's Nair really just stop that charge shot?
Oh
This game
yeah,
is crazy.
you can do that.
This game is crazy.
Oh.
Yeah, if we can get one sub, we would be glad to let everybody know how the PR turned out.
Yes. Jesse, that was an excellent reference. Croak, Hari Seldon is from an Isaac Asimov novel called Foundation, which was one of the first novels that really got me into science fiction. And just a really, really amazing book. I love that. Good shit. Oh, Weed Lord.
Or Weed Lord.
Weed Lord. So yeah.
I mean, we can talk about.
You know what? Let's do it. Let's do a teaser. Let's do the teaser for 16 through 20.
Okay.
And then
We'll start with 20.
Yeah, that's right.
I actually do not know it off of my head. Well, we know who 20 is.
We know who 20 is.
20 is, drum roll, Philip DeBerry from NorCal, Fox Main.
This was a really hard call. This is maybe the most debated spot among all of us.
Yeah, for sure. 20 was between Phil and Arcadian champ Bartle.
Yeah.
Phil, obviously a veteran, been playing for a long time, been doing well. However, he didn't have that many tournaments this rankings period.
Right.
And the tournaments he did go to weren't like clear domination.
Right.
Not what we would expect from Phil. Losing to some people that we didn't expect him to lose to, but beating some people like Brandon.
Yeah.
So, pretty great wins. Bartle, on the other hand, as Sheridan pointed out in our little get-together, Bartle didn't go to that many tournaments at all, but each tournament he went to...
He basically went to the bare minimum of tournaments in order to qualify.
Correct. But each tournament he went to, he beat a ranked player.
Yeah.
And his losses were not bad at all.
Right. But also, all of his wins, all of his tournaments actually came in the span of like 4 or 5 weeks. So that it was difficult to really... We felt like kind of like the error bars on him were a little bit bigger than they were on Phil. Oh, here we go. Oh, well,
damn,
oh my
we
God.
got two
Sprite.
Okay.
All right, I guess we're just going to go straight through it.
We're just going to go with it.
All right.
Sub hype, we got thank you, Sky Guy 2 and Electrolyte.
Electrolyte.
Oh, you tricky.
Electrolyte.
Electrolyte.
That's what plants crave.
So number 19, I'm actually going off of this part. Is that correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 19 is NorCal newcomer Moose. From the Midwest.
That's right.
Moose having some pretty nice wins. One of which was he's actually beaten me twice this period. He's beaten Sheridan this period. I think he had another notable win. But Moose was also someone who was kind of like, his spot was in contention, let's say. And it really came down to the fact that, like, we knew Moose's individual skill level. We knew he was really good.
Yeah.
But this PR really placed a lot on frequency of tournaments.
Yeah.
Versus good results, bad results.
Yeah, exactly. So my philosophy has been like...
sub hype. Green Powder Ray just subbed as well.
Sick with it.
Thank you. Can we get a sub train? Three?
Let's go.
What?
You know,
Can we get 5? Can we get 5? If we get 5, I'll probably tell a story after the PR as well.
Okay, sounds good.
I'll tell a story about previous PRs.
All right. So yeah, I was just saying, like, you know, the philosophy has been you can't just take into account their mean tournament. You got to take into account like the spread of the tournament.
Correct.
So it's like, you know, standard deviation or error bars, however you want to phrase it.
Statistics, I can't do this.
Oh, that's too bad. Anyway, so yeah, Moose, congratulations. I honestly, if he was also like, he didn't have quite that many tournaments. If he keeps up his pace, like, I definitely expect him to get higher on the next PR.
Most definitely. We all kind of agreed on that.
Yeah.
So, moving on to number 18, we have a Foundry veteran.
That's right.
YCZ.
Who we just kicked off the commentary.
We did definitely just kick him off.
I'm sorry.
Leon,
congratulations.
made it to 18th. I'm not sure what Leon was on the last PR.
I think he was 19th.
Leon having some notable wins, especially towards the latter end of the period, beating Brandon.
Yeah.
At the most recent BAM, which was pretty big. And since we're talking about a Foundry veteran, one of the things that we find ourselves doing is kind of judging Foundries on a case-by-case basis.
Yeah.
Based on like who attended.
Even individual wins, like on a case-by-case basis.
Exactly, because people are liable to get very intoxicated at the Foundry.
Yeah.
Which shouldn't really hamper the people that they are going against. So like if I lost to Sheridan at a Foundry because I was drunk, that shouldn't really count against Sheridan because that's not fair that I got drunk.
Right.
So that's why we have to examine them on a case-by-case basis. And that leads me to the one tournament in this period that gave us the most amount of trouble. We have dubbed it the sweetest Foundry. Foundry number 41, featuring Armada and Leffen. It's too much shit happened at that Foundry.
Oh, it was crazy.
It's too much.
We had Serial Rabbit coming in and taking... I think he beat you and
me.
Armada.
Yes, yeah.
So you were both just...
Oh, no, I forfeited.
You forfeit.
Yeah,
that's right. Oh, Jeef Unit or perhaps Jeff Unit?
I'm going to go with Jeef Unit.
Jeef Unit.
Just subscribe 4 out of 5.
That's 4.
4 out of 5.
Oh, my God. We're one away from the story.
Yes.
All right.
Number 19. Okay, so just to catch up, 20 was Phil. 19 was Moose from the Midwest. And 18 was YCZ.
Yep.
17 is...
Wait. No, I think we put...
oh, did we switch that?
Yeah, I think we switched that.
Wait, are you sure?
I think we did.
Nah, we had never discussed it. I think we kind of just glanced over that.
Really?
I remember.
I think we came to... I think we 4 out of 5 did.
Oh, okay. So then 16 is 17 then, right?
I think so.
Okay. So number 17 is another Foundry veteran, but he's also a NorCal veteran.
Yeah.
And that is the Germ.
Making a return to the rankings for the first time since I don't even know when.
Has it been that? I thought
it's been a long time.
Since I've been on the PR, he's been ranked though before. And I came on like what, 2010, 2009?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean it hasn't.
But
been,
that's still been a while.
It's still a long
Correct.
time. And there's been a few periods where like he had wins, but he wasn't quite that active, and there wasn't really evidence that he was going to keep playing.
Correct.
But he shows up to like almost every Foundry.
We've definitely seen a resurgence of the Germ.
Yeah.
Amazing Link player, great fundamentals. Yeah, and it's really funny because this is one of the cases where you can see when character matchups are a thing. Germ had a lot of losses to Foxes who probably couldn't beat the players that he beats. Exactly. However, he beat a lot of floaties, including myself, and I think you as well.
You know what's weird is Herman is like the only person in NorCal that I've never beaten.
Ah, really?
I've beaten like every other person at least once. but never Herman.
Damn.
I'm like 0-26.
Yeah, it took me a while to beat Herman as well.
I've gotten close many times. All of our sets, like the last 5 or 6 sets we've played have been 2-1, but I've just never pulled it off. But yeah.
So it's good to see the old school players still doing it, you know? And speaking of which, another old school player at number 16, we have Delphiki.
Yep.
Now, Delphiki was interesting because he had, especially at the beginning of the period, a lot of good wins. But a lot of his wins were against his crewmates.
Yes.
So tell us about like our thought process around crewmates.
Yeah. So anytime you're always judging like all these wins on an individual basis as much as possible, and when you're fighting somebody that you play all the time, that skill gap just kind of disappears like almost regardless. Oh, Weed Lord.
He almost had it.
So, you know, a win versus your crewmate, it's not quite as indicative of how you would do against somebody of that skill level in the rest of the world. So it doesn't mean like we're not counting it as like a worse win. It's just like a less weight, if that makes sense.
Correct.
Because the goal is to produce a list that's gonna represent like how you're gonna do in the wild.
Correct.
In the real world.
Delphiki scoring a lot of good wins against Ralph, Glitter.
Yeah.
You know, people who were on the Berkeley crew with him.
Right.
Even scoring a win over Azusa, which we kept talking about because that was just real sap.
Yeah.
And Weed Lord takes it.
Congratulations, Weed Lord.